Traders make money selling strangles as Bitcoin goes quiet. A strangle is essentially a bet that Bitcoin's price won't break out anytime soon. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel Global News Time. In this video we will cover some news related to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So let's get started without wasting the time. It is turning out to be a boring summer for directional traders in the Bitcoin market. The cryptocurrency has gone comatose in a narrow range above $30,000, less than half the all-time high reached just 2 months ago. But some options traders are busy as ever, taking relatively high risk strategy to profit from the cryptocurrency's continued price consolidation. One of those strategies involves putting on short strangles, essentially a bet that Bitcoin's price won't break out anytime soon. Singapore-based QCP Capital said in a Telegram post on June 30 that our favorite trade continues to be short BTC strangles within the $30,000 to $40,000 range, with psychological resistance at $40,000 and strong support at $30,000. There is a good chance that BTC trades in this $10,000 range in the near future, which would likely cause implied volatility to collapse. QCP said this week its conviction about the short strangle has only strengthened given the lack of market moving catalyst in the short term. Right now, the firm said, our trading plans follows 2018 BTC analog, where we expect a dampened trading environment from here to August, short volatility followed by a rally. Short strangles involve selling out of the money, OTM, call and put option with the same expiry. OTM calls are once at strike price higher than Bitcoin's current level, while OTM puts have strikes lower than Bitcoin's going price. At press time, Bitcoin is trading near $33,600. So, calls above $33,600 and puts at lower strike are out of the money. Deribit data tracked by Swiss-based Levitas shows a high concentration of open interest at $30,000 put and $40,000 call expiring on July 30. It means recently executed short strangle trades mainly involved selling July expiry $30,000 put and $40,000 call. You can see the open interest by strike 30 June 21. CEO of Delta Exchange Pankaj Balani said it is the most popular trade right now. For July, open interest remains highest for 30,000 strike puts and 40,000 strike calls, as traders write this range to collect the premiums. Selling is preferred to as writing in the option parallels. In this section we will see is this a risky bet or not. Selling strangles is akin to taking a bearish view of implied volatility, the degree of price turbulence expected over a specific time. The implied volatility has a positive impact on the option price because demand for hedges typically rises during uncertainty. The metric drops during consolidation and picks up during a strong directional move. When traders take a short strangle by selling higher strike calls and lower strike puts, they are essentially betting the market with consolidate, leading to a drop in implied volatility and the options price. A call seller offers insurance against a bullish move above a particular price level and receive compensation or premium for taking the risk. This is the maximum money a caller seller can make and the caller buyer can lose. Similarly, a put seller offers protection against a bearish move below a particular price level and receives a premium for providing insurance. This is the maximum profit a put seller can make and the maximum loss the buyer may suffer. So, when traders sell short strangles, the profit is limited to the extent of the premium received for selling calls and puts, that is, offering protection against bullish and bearish moves. However, the loss can be used if the market breaks out of the range, charting a strong bullish or bearish move, and call put buyer claims insurance. Let's consider an example. Assume a trader foresees Bitcoin's continued range of between $30,000 and $40,000 and executes a short strangle on Deribit by selling the July 30 expiry $30,000 put and $40,000 call. The 30,000 put is currently drawing a premium of 0.0365 BTC and $40,000 put is changing hands at 0.0169 BTC. So, by selling both, the strangle writer receives a total premium of 0.0534, that is $1,794 at Bitcoin's current price of $33,600. The trader will remain 0.0534 BTC or $1,794 if Bitcoin remains between $30,000 and $40,000 until July 30. Deribit settles options at 8 am UTC. The position will end in a loss if Bitcoin trades above $40,000 or below $30,000 on expiry. Theoretically, the market can rise to infinity and fall to zero, meaning losses can be multiples of the max gain as suggested by the inverted U in the graph shown in the video. As Charles M. Kotal, author of Option Trading: The Hidden Reality, says in the book, the ideal situation for a premium, that is strangle seller, is to go to the sleep after initiating the trade and wake up at the expiration with the price of the underlying at the short strike price, or in this case at $30,000 or $40,000 or anywhere in that range. However, the market never lets the trader, especially an option seller, rest. Be careful when selling premium. Kotal noted in the book, saying the market stretches out the trader's wallet from time to time, causing him to react for protection. Again, let's take another example. If Bitcoin rises above $40,000 in the next few days, the premium for the 40,000 call will rise, yielding a loss for the seller. As such, the seller may have to square off the position or buy the cryptocurrency in the spot market or futures market to compensate for the losses in the short call position. In other words, selling a strangle and then managing the position is a costly affair best suited to traders or entities with ample capital supply. So now let's see the favor of the season. Though a risky bet, QCP, Capital and other trading firms have favored short strangles for quite short time. There is a yield to be harvested by selling calls and puts or strangles. If we think the market is going to consolidate around these levels, Xiliang Tang, Chief Investment Officer at the $135 million crypto hedge fund Ledger Prime, told CoinDesk last month. That's because Bitcoin's 1 month implied volatility traded significantly higher than its lifetime average and realized volatility following the mid-May sell-off. In other words, the volatility explosion looked overdone and options appeared relatively costly and ripe to sell. Implied volatility is mean reverting and cyclical in nature. A period of high volatility is followed by a low volatility consolidation. The 1 month implied volatility peaked above 140% on May 23. At press time, the gauge is seen at 83%. However, it's still richer than its lifetime average of 76%, according to the data provided by the SQ. Bolani said, if Bitcoin manages to hold the bottom end of the current range convincingly, then one can expect strong range selling activity and implied volatilities getting crossed. The 7 days implied volatility is at 87%, while the realized volatility is at 75%. Deribit Chief Commercial Officer Luke Strizers said these low volatility strategies are traded occasionally but do not amount to a significant percentage of the exchange volume yet. So this was all about the traders making money selling strangles as Bitcoin goes quiet. We all know in the past few months Bitcoin has gone very low after the China banned on the transaction of Bitcoin and the Bitcoin mining. On that note, stay safe, stay trading. If you want to stay updated and get information daily about the Bitcoins and the cryptocurrencies, then you can consider to subscribe our YouTube channel, Global News Time. Thank you so much for watching.